close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left.
We're back at the VanEupen Arena for, would you believe it, another home game. Tonight will be the 9th home game for Vauxhall Motors of their opening 12 league fixtures. Seems legit. Tonight, Ashton Athletic are the visitors for this particular home game, and our coverage is sponsored by Baltic Apprenticeships. A 3-1 win over Squiresgate on Saturday kept Vauxhall motoring at the top of the Premier Division table, and although the Blackpool side pulled a goal back in the second half, Mick McGraa described his team's performance in the first half as the best so far this season. Here's what he had to say following that match with Squiresgate. Right, Mick, let's start with the first half then. A good display from your team and 3 quality goals.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I think it's the best we've played first half in all the games. We usually start slow, but yeah, I thought we moved the ball well. And to be fair, they play a weird formation, box midfield, which sort of catches you out at the start. But once we got a grip of that, I thought it could have been 6 or 7 in the first half. But to go in 3-0 is positive, and yeah, it was good.
Second half, bit of a different game. Did you just lose a bit of control and a bit of impetus?
No, obviously we had to make changes. We've got lads who are playing on the edge of getting injured. So we had to make 2 early subs in Lewis and Sabu, which not ideal when you've already got so many players injured. So the continuity went. We didn't keep the ball enough. They never really threatened us. I mean, we've given them a goal, haven't we? Really, it's a great finish from their lad, but we've given them a goal, and then we could have scored another couple, couldn't we? But it's just about getting the 3 points when we're in a situation we're in, because we are really, really low on numbers. And as I said, we're working hard to bring players in, because we've got a few who are going to be out for a while. But yeah.
What was the story with the sub with Lewis Buckley? Was that just through injury?
Yeah, no, he was tight, and obviously you're 3-0 up, but not worth taking that risk. And obviously with what we lack of what we've got fitness wise, it's a no-brainer really.
In a midfield stack of quality, Sean Mosscroft's starting to be more and more influential as the games go by.
Yeah, the 3 of them were good in their first half, Ben and Jabber as well. I mean, Mozzy's bided his time, waited for his chance, and I mean the last 3 games he's been probably one of our better players, and long may it continue, because he's got energy, he's good on the ball, and he's a rat as well, isn't he? So yeah, he's done really well.
Just going back to their goal, is it more frustrating that, as you said, you've gifted them a goal rather than them can't?
Yeah, look, the changing room ain't happy in there. It wasn't a very good changing room at the end. Even though you've won, you've got to set standards, haven't you? And the standards were at half time, and we don't concede goals. And we've made a mistake, and they punished us for it. But you've got to be positive and take the win.
As you said, that run continues.
Yeah, I know, it's great. Was it 31 points now have we got? 33. Yeah, you've got to keep going, haven't you? There's going to be a time in the season where we have a bit of bad form and lose games, but while you're on this run, you just need to keep building points, don't you, and then see where that takes us.
Alright, mate, thanks for joining us. Tonight's game is the final league fixture of September for Vauxhall, with Saturday's FA Vars tie with Emily, yes, another home game, rounding out the month. And the players and coaching staff will be desperate to continue this impressive run they're on and go undefeated throughout the month of August and September and July, if we count the opening day win against Kendal Town in that run. The Motors will fancy their chances as they welcome Ashton Athletic to the VanEupen Arena, because if we're being honest, it's been a wretched start to the season for Ashton. No wins in 9 and just a solitary point earned all the way back on the opening day leaves the Yellows rooted to the bottom of the table. Former league position point to a home win, and you fancy Ashton travel here more in hope than expectation of earning a positive result tonight. I'm delighted to say that I'm joined by my guest on commentary tonight, Neil Fitzgerald. Neil, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me, Patrick. It's a pleasure.
And Neil is the coach of the under-14s Zafira side of Vauxhall Motors.
Yeah.
So tell us a bit more about that role, Neil, and your role at the club and at large.
Okay, yeah. So as you touched on, I'm the manager of the Zafira under-14s, playing in Division 1 of the Eastern District. Only had 1 game of the season up to now. Perfect record.
So we like
1-1. Yeah. Anyone who's watching this video probably tell you that the role's very similar, as well as organising, making sure that we have all the arrangements made for the match day. There's all the admin to fill in, contacting referees, making sure all the parents are aware of what time they need to be here, and just equipment. Make sure all the kids have got the water, all the laces are tied, and the 14, some of them look about 16, 17, but some of them still act, they need to check that the laces are done and the like, but great group of lads, dedicated. I've been with a number of them since they were under 6s or 7s. We came from another club. You only have to look around the club to see what's going on, all the hard work that's gone into it, all the facilities. It's it was an easy decision to make, really. In my prior club, a lot was left to yourself, setting up and everything, but that burn's been taken off me, and it's great to be part of the club.
So you're on first team duties tonight.
Yeah.
Is that connective tissue there? Is it apparent between what you do with the under-14s and everyone right through the club?
I think it's especially apparent at this moment in time. There's a massive feel-good factor going around the club. Obviously, with the first doing so well, unbeaten. Hopefully, they can keep that run continuing. From my point of view, coming here on a Tuesday night, I've just had training, so I might look a bit sort of, haggard running around after the kids and that, but no, just, I'm coming to watch an unbeaten side under the floodlights. Both my lads are here tonight. One's training with the youth at the moment. Say our George, that's Will. Our George is with me with the 14s. And when I said, I was helping out with commentary and we were watching the first team game under the floodlights, it just, they were buzzing off it. But that goes through the whole club. It does migrate down. And whether these lads, I hope they'll watch it, but whether these lads like it or not, they're looked up to by the kids, and they're very approachable. You can go and watch your Everton, your Liverpools, your Tranmeres, and whoever else you want to support or who you do support, and they're untouchable. But these lads, unfortunately, I see a couple of lads down there who were injured. Your Hayden Coopers and that, you could go up and have a chat with them. They're very, very approachable. And you see the kids doing the mascots as well. So it might not be apparent to the older age groups, but they are looked up to, and they are heroes to a number of the kids. So with everything that's going on, they might be seen at distance, but the kids can come and watch, and the kids can come and think, I want to be like them. I want to play on that first team pitch. That's what I want to be. So it's a great club. It's a great club, and it's and the lads are doing it on. The lads are doing the business.
You referenced your sons there. Is there extra pressure on them with their dad being the manager?
No, not really. I'm sort of. I started off with our Will, and then for various reasons he changed clubs. He had an opportunity to go and trial for an academy side. It didn't work out, and then he started playing for a Sunday team where the youth team assistant Neil Starkey was the manager of the Vauxhall team, the Cavaliers. So he seen what Will was doing for the Sunday team, and he asked him to come along on a Saturday. So again, I jumped at the chance to bring him to a club where I knew he'd get looked after, and he'd be nurtured and he could grow, which he has done. And our George, maybe a little bit, but he's a strong personality, George. I think that comes from having an older brother, not going easy on him. So he knows the standards, our George, and he's my captain. He's joint captain with Isaac Burley. He's a strong character, and he's not scared to put his foot in. So no, there's no pressure. If there is, it doesn't show. It certainly doesn't show in his football. No, not at all.
So let's focus on the first team now. It's top v bottom.
Yeah.
Is it a foregone conclusion? Is that my sound?
Never. Football's never a foregone conclusion. What I would say is that the Vauxhall lads will be, again, there's a phrase, you know, a winning mentality breeds, you know, a winning mentality. You know, it's like a rolling stone. It just carries on, you know, the positivity and that, you know, the Ashton, the opponents, they're probably thinking, you know, there'd be probably a bit of a psychological sort of block on them tonight. Hopefully that'll show where they think we've not won or we're bottom of the league and we're playing unbeaten. Straight away, that's going to plant a seed in your head. You know, certainly from my experiences, there was teams that you'd face and you were beaten before you'd set foot on the pitch. I think at this level, that wouldn't be allowed by the coaches. Depends how mentally strong they are. Hopefully not. You know, but if Vauxhall's play to the best of their ability, it shouldn't be a problem.
So give us a prediction then.
I'm going for a 4-0 home win.
4-0, you heard it here first. Let's see how Neil's prediction pans out. Dean marshalling the play from the sideline. Referee just stopping it for some shenanigans.
It's usual handbags in the box, isn't it? Whether they're trying to block the keeper's run or trying to set up a shield to allow one of the Vauxhall lads to get a free run on it.
Well, they're all over the keeper.
Yes, there you go.
There's a towering header. The ball just drifted in and it fell to a white shirt, and all he had to do was nod it in. I'm still waiting to see who it was.
It was virtually unopposed, wasn't it? Well, it certainly seemed like that from here. That's as simple as you get. It wasn't knocked in with pace or whip or anything. It was just a nice ball in a danger area, and whatever was going on prior to the corner being taken, it might have been part of the plan. But no, hopefully that'll settle the team down, and put a couple of extra pounds on the Ashton players' legs.
You could see the plan from all the way up here. The crowd of the goalkeeper, and when the corner floated in, the keeper had no chance, and it just dropped to a Vauxhall head. Still trying to figure out who it was. That's the one disadvantage of our commentary position. But as soon as we find out who it was, we'll get that to you. Just to confirm, thanks to the social media team of Vauxhall, we can confirm that the goal was scored by Captain Tom Mitchell. He gets his first of the season. I'm glad they had a better view of it than we did. Good tricky play from Beckett. He gets a toe poke of a shot away. And that's Ashton's first real good chance of the game. And of course it was going to come from Beckett. He's looked like Ashton's biggest threat so far.
Certainly goes down as a shot on goal. So he lacked the power and the direction, but very sulky play in the lead up to getting his shot off. So probably out of all the Ashton players, he's caught the eye the most.
And on that occasion he popped up in the centre of the pitch rather than his left, which he's occupied for most of the game.
He's been operating on the left, hasn't he? Because he hasn't had much joy. Maybe his managers shifted him, or whether he's just taken it upon himself to try a different area of the pitch to operate in. He was clear of the defender, so I don't see any reason why he did go to ground, other than he did feel contact.
Great knockdown from Buckley to Johnston. Just can't find the pass to Eaton, but pressure from Eaton. The ball.
That's a good ball.
Falls to Deere, he gets Buckley into space. He feeds it to Johnston. He gets a cross in. Falls to Buckley. On a half volley, it's in, but
no.
Early call from the referee, handball. And there's no complaints from Buckley. To borrow a phrase that you just used yourself, Neil, seen them given.
Yeah. Say Vauxhalls have had their last couple of minutes turned up the heat a little bit on the Ashton back four.
So, in comes the free kick. There's an important intervention from Mitchell.
Was.
Flicks it out for a corner.
Got his head, that was travelling that.
And off goes club legend Tom Manners to collect the ball. I've never seen him move so fast. Clearly Manners has got a few quid on Ashton. Corner comes in. Dealt with by John Deere, and there's a high boot, and that's it. Vauxhall survived that late scare, despite the best efforts of Tom Mothers to get the ball back in play. Bit of a nervy end, but
it wasn't a vintage performance by any stretch of the imagination, but job done. 3 points in the bag. and carry on this great run that we're on at the moment.
So it's first half header from Tom Mitchell secures the 3 points for Vauxhall Motors. That makes it 34 out of a possible 36 for the season so far, unbeaten through the months of August, September and July if you count the opening day fixture. But for that one draw against Longridge Town, almost a near perfect start to the season, Neil.
Yeah, if you'd have asked, if you'd have said to Mick at the start of the season, you know, he'd have bit your hand off, as would any manager. Brilliant. It just shows that you know, they can grind out wins at times. It doesn't all have to be, you know, 2-3, 4-0 victories, turning teams over. They've shown they can mix it. You know, they can you know, do it in a dogfight as well, which sometimes you've got to do it. Credit to Ashton. They came, they didn't roll over, showed some good stuff at times. Just not enough moments, and you know, I think, you know, if they're being honest with themselves, I think they credit Vauxhall's with a deserved win. But again, you know, they go again, as they say.
And relief for you, I'm sure, Neil, that you get a win on your commentary debut, so
Yeah.
that means you can come back.
It was mentioned. Yeah, it was mentioned by me lads. Yeah, never in doubt, Patrick. Never in doubt.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed it, and certainly do come back again. Thoroughly enjoyed your company.
I have, thank you. It's been my pleasure, absolutely. You know, anytime there's a spare seat in co-commentary, give us a shout. I'd love to join you again.
So it was a spirited performance from bottom of the table Ashton Athletic, but it finishes Vauxhall Motors 1, Ashton Athletic 0. On to the FA Vars tie against Emily on Saturday. Mick, not the most exhilarating of games, but was that just a case of getting the job done?
Yeah, obviously we'd take it anyway, wouldn't you? Yeah, we were poor tonight, we were really poor. Credit to Ashton, by the way. Conley they worked their socks off. They worked from minute 1 to 95, whatever it was, and you know, if we're being honest, might have deserved something out of the game. I mean, it didn't really create anything. We've had like 3 or 4 good chances, but it's a good win in the end.
What do you put that down to, that poor performance?
Lazy. Thought we were lazy in and out of possession. We looked tired for some reason, which we'll address that. Yeah, I just think it was a bad night at the office, but 3 points in it.
In some ways, is that a good sign that you can not play well at all but still get a win?
Yeah, look, as I said, look, we're not happy in there on the performance-wise, but you know, if you can play as bad as we have tonight and get a win, it is pleasing, isn't it?
So now there's a run of fixtures that just happen on a Saturday, so you like get some bodies back. And
No, we're made up, absolutely made up. No more midweeks for 4 or 5 weeks. It's been a tough week. 7 out tonight again. Having to bring players in, time plays on the day, and it's just about getting this game out the way and moving on.
And you've made it into October now, unbeaten in the league. I think you would have snapped someone's arm off.
Yeah, do you know what? It doesn't matter what level of football you play or whatever. To go, what was it? 12 games, 12 games unbeaten. What are we on?
34 out of 36.
34 out of 36. Doesn't matter what level of football, that's a good achievement. I know you don't win nothing in October or August, September, but something to be proud of for the group and everyone at the club, because everyone's worked hard to get to this point.
And FA Vars on the weekend, nice little distraction from the league.
Yeah, I love the Vars. It's we were disappointed in it last year. It sort of derailed us a little bit, but we've got a very tough game against Emily, and you know, expect a tough game. But you know, we it's not the most important thing to us at the moment, but you know, we'll give it our all and try and get through.
Well, congratulations on the win tonight, Nick. Thanks for joining us.